All right, so 2 weeks ago today was surgery. I gave you a recap of the events, and now I'm just going to give you a short little follow up. I'm really, to be honest, sorry, let me move the camera here a second. Not entirely sure what to tell you. So, as being a VA caregiver, I have respite support through them, which is nice. The the professionals at MUSC also arranged for in-home health care for me for a while, and yesterday the nurse came, was quite pleased with my progress. My blood pressure was exceptional, my pulse was good, my movement was good, the incision's looking good, except for this tiny little bit right at the top. Tiny little bit right at the top doesn't look so hot, but that's just my opinion. They seem to think it's fine. So, as part of this process, I have to weigh myself every morning, and I try to do it consistently. Today was not ideal. I normally make sure I've done everything I need to do in the bathroom and have not yet had anything to eat or drink. And today I did neither. I had not yet gone to the bathroom and I had something to drink. So my weight was up a little bit, less than a pound, but nonetheless, because they give you these parameters like gaining a pound 3 consecutive days or 5 pounds in a week or some shit like that. I don't remember. Sorry about that. So between the pollen and the irritation of my throat still from the tubes, which that can't be, but I guess it is. My throat's still pretty rough, and now as part of the healing process there, I'm getting phlegm and whatnot. So anyway, sorry, TMI there. So today, the VA caregiver that came in to help with my father came in and did her thing with him and got him squared away, and Sarah took him to dialysis. And I was expecting occupational therapy to be here between 11 and 11:30. And as it turns out, someone knocked at the door between 10 and 10:30, and I thought that's who it was. And as it turns out, the company who's working for the VA sent someone here by accident, I guess. Not really sure. But she was a nice lady, and we talked for about half an hour. And she, because you can see the top few inches of the incision. She said, "No, it looks like you're healing well." And at that point, she'd seen me moving around. So things seem to be going well. I might be a little sweaty right now because I have been. Oh, I am sweaty. Look at my shirt. After a down day on my step count yesterday, I'm determined to get more steps today. It's 3 o'clock and I got a little over 5,000. I changed some things yesterday about my walks, and it's extremely subtle, but it makes a difference. If you walk regularly on a treadmill, I would encourage you to walk whatever your normal walk is and write all the numbers down, calories burned, blah, 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 heart rate, average heart rate. And then do it again another day, but just bump your incline up just a little bit. Occupational therapy said I could put my hands up here, so we're going to put our hands up here. And just that little bit of difference, just a little bit of elevation can make a difference to your heart rate. Well, what I did was, instead of walking back and forth on my flat driveway, I hung a right, which is uphill. And I didn't go extraordinarily far. But the several times I did it, I guess, was just enough to put a little extra strain on my heart, and then it kind of wore me out. And consequently, like I said, I didn't get quite as many steps yesterday as I had been. But being fair to myself, and I think realistic to the situation, I can't expect I can't expect to improve every day. I mean, on those kind of measurables, like I think that's unreasonable. But yeah, I'm still picking. I'm not picking. I'm itching. Between a healing wound and growing hair, I'm still itching. So Nurse Wendy left, a fancy older lady, and I'm 54. So if I'm saying older, she's older, like late 60s maybe. I'm not really sure. I couldn't get a read on it. Anyway, and then I thought, well, hell, I'm going to go ahead and have my breakfast. Haven't had Catalina Crunch with a protein drink for a while, so I poured myself a bowl and poured in my protein drink as my milk, and got about 3/4 of the way through my bowl of cereal, and the doorbell rang, and it was occupational therapy. I had kind of lost track of time. She had gotten here a little early, so her objective was to make sure I'm capable of doing things safely around the house. So she had me do things like get up and down out of various chairs, get up and down off the toilet, get in and out of the shower, reach things in and out of the refrigerator and kitchen cabinets. Came out to the garage, went up and down the stairs a couple times. Let's see. We didn't do it, but talked about putting on clothing, shirts, shorts, whatever. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's not the easiest thing to put shoes and socks on right now. So I've actually probably, I don't know. There's only probably been 2 nights maybe since I got home a week ago that I didn't sleep with my shoes on. Just so I could get up and walk anytime I wanted to, not have to try to put my shoes on. Plus, being a diabetic with neuropathy, I can't run the risk of kicking or stepping on something with my bare feet and getting a cut or worse. So, yeah, nice lady there as well. Her name is Tina. She was probably, I'm going to guess, about 2, maybe 3 years older than me. We went through that whole evaluation process. Excuse me. Back in a sec. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Anyway, she got done with what she needed to do, evaluating me and witnessing my progress and abilities, or whatever you want to call it. And she said, well, it was nice to meet you, but I don't think I'll see you again. So I feel like when those therapists dismiss me like that, it's because they know I'm on the right track and they're not willing to abuse the system, which I appreciate. Any of you who've talked about, coming to visit at some point in time, I'm sorry I haven't reached out. My schedule's kind of up in the air with all these nurses and therapists that have had to come in, and frankly, never know when I'm going to just go ahead and need to settle in for a little bit of a nap. But reach out if you want, and we'll see if we can't get something done. My appetite's coming back a little bit. It was nice, like I said, to have a good normal-ish breakfast this morning. Now, this may be the last video I make before, well, that was a dumb thing to say. I was going to say this will be the last video I make before the next one. I'm not sure when the next one will be. Sunday is Easter, but Sunday is when I return to Charleston. So I have a noon follow-up with the surgical team Monday at MUSC. And as such, considering the traffic in Columbia and Charleston, we've decided it's probably best to go ahead and head down Sunday evening. To me, that's understandable, but doesn't make it any less annoying. So Monday, we'll find out what they have to say. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be the only follow-up I need down there. My specialist here in Greenville, I think I stated before, was pretty confident that she would be able to attest to them my progress. She'll see me periodically. In fact, she actually had scheduled me to see them Monday because she thought I would be able to get out of that appointment in Charleston and just see her here in Greenville. And when MUSC gave no wiggle room, I had to reschedule the appointment with her. So I'm not really sure what they're doing. They make it sound like there's several tests and probably scans of some sort they're going to want to do when I'm there. It's not at the Children's Hospital. It's at Ashley River. So that's Monday. Hopefully somewhere in there I'll make a video, maybe not till Tuesday, but I'll give you an update of whatever else I might find out. So thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you later.